Kate McSwain from the Amarillo Film Society, and Bryan Vizzini, a professor of history specializing in Western film down at West Texas A&M University. They're here to give us a special preview of the special airing of the Sundowners. It is happening next month. First of all, Kate, we were kind of talking about this, and you brought a flyer. I had no idea about the Sundowners and it being filmed here in our area. This was what, back in 1950?
Yes. I was a friend of mine, Cheryl Anderson, who has Anderson
Yes, I know
Modeling
Cheryl.
and Talent Agency. She said, Kate, the Film Society's got to show the Sundowners because it was filmed completely in Palo Duro Canyon and the adjoining Curry Ranch. And this is 1950. So this is pre-drones, dirt roads. Somehow they got all the film equipment in,
Wow.
and it's shot in Technicolor, so it's beautiful. And yet you see all of the lighthouse, the sad monkey formations with the cowboys on their horses riding down into the.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All right,
Yeah.
Brian, you're the expert when it comes to Western film. What makes this movie, The Sundowners, stand out?
You know, it's a classic B-grade Western. You know,
Yeah.
there are some films that are probably more than the sum of their parts. That's not this one. This is a sum of the classic B Western. The real star here is the Canyon. This is actually a relatively low-budget production that they fought for an increased budget solely to shoot in Technicolor. So 2 years earlier, in 1948, they filmed a Western in the Canyon entitled Panhandle, shot entirely in black and white. Everything kind of gets washed out. They're not using it as anything other than a basic location for a Western. This one, again, it's all about the canyon, and the decision to shoot in Technicolor meant that they ended up with a $500,000 budget, which sounds like nothing today. That's actually about $6.5 million budget today, so not small.
Okay, so with the recent changes that we're kind of seeing in the legislature, making it Texas more film friendly, what are you guys seeing here locally, Kate?
You mean as a result of the increased funding?
Yeah, the increased funding, and that Texas is really trying to get themselves out there and saying, hey, we are film friendly, bring more of this in.
Well, I am a lover of watching film.
Yeah.
I know very little about making film, but I've learned a lot since I started the Film Society. What is the big, wonderful part of the film funding is that it's for 5 years.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
before, it would be funded for a year at a time, which most people coming to do a location and make a movie, they need more than a year for their funding, to put it together, to edit it, So this is a big deal. Larger movies will be really excited to come to Texas.
Yeah, and we love it when they're Westerns because most of the time Texas and New Mexico, our area kind of gets built up on that. And Brian, it seems like there's kind of been a resurgence almost of these Westerns.
Absolutely. I sometimes refer to it in class as the Taylor Sheridan effect.
Yeah.
Okay. And after
But that's
all,
a good.
I couldn't have been happier to find out that they had literally closed the Happy Highway at one point because they were filming a high-speed chase just south of Canyon last year. I think it's amazing having all of this activity back here in Texas. As a professor, I actually work with students who they're part of the Amarillo Filmmakers Society. And that opened my eyes entirely to the world of filmmaking being done at the local grassroots level, in addition to the attention we're getting from outside.
All right. Well, let's talk about this, Kate. The Amarillo Film Society presenting this. How do we get tickets? What do we need to do?
Okay, so this is our event. It's Saturday night, August the 2nd. The doors open at 6:30. The film starts at 7:30. It's at the Sad Monkey, which is before you get to Palo Duro Canyon. It's at their event center, and it's air conditioned. So don't think you're going to be sitting outside in the heat.
I love that.
It's only $10, and every bit of the money from the ticket sales goes to help us help fund the Amarillo International Film Festival, which will be in October.
And real quick, where can we go to learn more about your film society?
Okay, the Amarillo Film Society is on Facebook and Instagram. Please like us, join us. We post all of the events that we do, our monthly meetings. And last night we had our monthly Monday meetup movie, which is always at
Great.
the Cinemark, and we all join together to watch
I love it.
Superman.
All right. Well, I love it. I still got to watch that.
Okay.
And I wish I got to get my backpack out of the closet, maybe go down there and sign up for one of Brian's classes. It sounds like a
Yeah.
great time. Thank you both for being
Thank
here
you.
today.
Thank you.
We do have more Studio 4 coming up right after this quick break, talking with our friends over at the High Plains Food Bank about the importance of feeding kids during the summer. Keep it here.